Alright, so we are here now, and I'm going to do a quick disclaimer at the start of this video. We are playing for this video the older version of Niv, the pre-Final Fantasy version. As you can see, we're running the Rakshas's Bargain. I am going to alternate between two decks. I'm working on one with Final Fantasy and one without, because I spoke to a friend of mine who ironically was playing Izzet Phoenix, which we're up against now. This isn't my friend, this is just what he said. He had got blindsided with running the Steel Cutter and the VV lines, and he said that the deck had become diluted, so he had done a little exercise where he went back to an older version to just try and play around and see if, you know, he had hurt the deck or made it better. So that's what I'm doing here, coming off the back of multiple losses with the Final Fantasy build. So I'm going to split, and I'm going to have this list and a list testing Final Fantasy cards that I will eventually... that I will eventually amalgamate together. With that in mind, let's get back to this game here. We are up against Izzet Phoenix, and here comes our first Phoenix. We have multiple ways to get rid of it though. We have a flipped Edgar, we have a Bring to Light potentially. So here's something I've realized playing a bunch more against Izzet Phoenix. If you Bring to Light, grab Supreme, because they can't kill this. You'll just see, like, there are Phoenix players that will literally just concede upon seeing a Supreme in the game one, where they're like, oh, none of my spells actually bounce or kill this. So like, yeah, they have a temporal trespass here, they are working down, and they just, they concede. It's amazing. So this is the old version. You will see in the updated version we've took out the ley lines and we've gone with more of the deafening silence, which is definitely better in this matchup. So that's my advice. If you're going to run this, look at the up-to-date list. I will have it in the description. As I said, there'll be two descriptions. There'll be this one, which will be the raw data, and there'll be Final Fantasy testing, where I just play with a bunch of Final Fantasy cards for fun. Okay, this hand is missing white, so we can't really keep it. So we mulligan again. This hand is honestly one of the reasons truly annoying, because we need blue mana desperately. There's an Artist Talent, so they've got a good shot at the start here. There's a Picklock Prankster, discarding a Treasure Cruise, milling a Phoenix, and a Steel Cutter. Okay, so let's Valky look at their hand. They have another Phoenix. They do not have a kill spell at the moment, so that's pretty decent for us. We still desperately need blue mana though. And they have an active Artist Talent, so they could be drawing like a madman. They definitely have an axe. Yep, there's a lightning axe. Dropping a flood mark, dropping a creativity. We're going to concede to that. We needed blue without it. They're going to reanimate a Phoenix. We're too far behind. Definitely was an early concession there. However, I feel that I definitely misplayed on keeping that hand. So this hand, this is a turn 2 normalize, which is perfect. So Unmoored Ego as well is perfect, so we can no more lies, counter anything they do here, like, you know, Corey Steel Cutter.
Nope.
Get rid of that. Then we can shock in Unmoored Ego, and we can go with...
Try again.
We'll take away the Arclight Phoenix. You can see my dyslexic ass trying to learn how to spell. You can see how I misspell Phoenix constantly until I get it. I feel like the system had to literally give it to me there. Alright, so we look through the deck. They have a Steel Cutter, and... yeah, they did not bring in the Drake, so if we can take out the Steel Cutters, they literally, I don't think, have a way to win. There is also potentially the Storm Giant's land, so we got to play to that. Okay, again, we are mana struggling here, but we want to hold up the No More Lies for potentially them going for a Treasure Cruise effect. Odawara, interesting. I feel like they should have kept that for counters to the... alright. Counters to a Supreme. Okay, definitely have some in here, so let's play a land tapped and we'll hold back. There's a second Artist Talent. We will let that go. Shocking a land, they go down to 3. Rakshas's Bargain. This is one of the reasons why I love the Bargain. It works as a late game thing, so we'll just bargain on end step. Definitely take the land, and we'll take a Reborn here, because I'm guessing that they're holding... man, lag. We'll just... I think we... I think Reborn is our best option here.
Reload.
So we get 2 cards, because again, this is more monocolored than multicolored sometimes. But it's 2 relevant cards. Prophetic Memory is also something that could kill us if they can get a threat down and pump it a ton of times. They Sleight of Hand. Right. We are shields down here, so they could potentially go for something. Definitely going for a Treasure Cruise here. Exiles all of their graveyard, discards another cantrip. Alright, Raise and Borrow. Yeah, Bounce and Niv Mizzet. Yeah. Oh, there's a Storm. Right, there's a Storm Guild. So, that could become online here. So, first of all, our best option here is Vanishing Verse.
Bye.
And then we'll Maelstrom Pulse, take out the Artist Talent.
Try again.
That will leave that if they want to activate the Storm Giant, they have to... Okay, they tap it to replay a Brazen Borrower. Interesting. We can play another land tapped here. I'm looking at our options. I think a Reload is the best option. Unless they have counter. They don't.
Reload.
We find a single card, which is very frustrating here with the Ashiok. Alright, they're going for an Opt. And they play another Opt. They're drawing their deck here. I'm guessing they're looking for another Steel Cutter to go wide here. They go for a Consider. Yeah, they definitely... So I've noticed that the Phoenix decks have now gone down from 4 colors to like 2 or 3. And I don't know if that's because of, Galvanic Iteration. Or if they have Temporal Trespass here. This could be pretty rough for us. Yep, there's Temporal Trespass. So they're taking 2 extra turns here. But they have no Phoenixes. So let's see what they go for here. They don't go for the attack. They activate the Storm and attack in. So we block the Brazen. Go down to 6. Provided they don't have removal, which they don't from the look of it. They now activate the Storm Giant again. We will have to trade. Alright, they mill and they get rid of another one of their... Yep, fully tapped out here. We do have to trade, unfortunately. We go down to 4. Edgar's a good shout, so Edgar, definitely. And then we'll Lightning Helix.
Oh, he did.
Take out a Picklock. So we're on 7. If they have another burn spell here. Alright, they're not. Got it. From the look of it. Holding our breath. This one is pretty close. They have enough that they could go for a Treasure Cruise here. They are down to 16 cards, so genuinely Ashiok here could be lethal. So let's block with Edgar.
I'm always come back.
Right, we got a land. Play the land. Again, we'll go with Lightning Helix.
Oh, he did.
We'll play a Night of Autumn to gain 4 life. We just got to stabilize here. There's a Koi Steel Cutter, so we'll no more lies.
Nope.
Force you to counter or have another option. They do pay. We need to get rid of that Steel Cutter. Right, they activate. They're drawing free, which is dangerous because they're down to 12. They come in with the attack. We'll just double block here just in case they have anything else, and we can gain 1 life back, take 1. So nothing happens there. They're equipping to the Picklock. Right, time for the Bring to Light. We have enough to cover a Spell Pierce. Knew it. So then let's grab... We're looking at our options here. I could just Vanishing Verse. Niv doesn't have a good chance of hitting a lot here. I'm looking at their graveyard. They have got a lot of red removal still in their deck potentially. So I think our best bet, based on what's, down in the graveyard here, is... I'm torn. They could go Valky as well. And I think that's our best option. Valky, exile, minus, take away the Koi Steel Cutter. So now they have a choice. They can attack, even if they now animate and swing through and remove our 1 blocker here. We have enough. Yeah, so we can block chump with the... They flood more, so they did have it. So they hit us for 8. Again, they leave Tybalt, which is crazy. Edgar flips back. Let's plus Tybalt. Find a treasure cruise. So let's Steel Cutter. Yeah, let's play your deck here because you left Tybalt alive. Let's treasure cruise. We don't care about anything in our graveyard right now. We will attach, draw 3 cards. Ancient Cornucopia to gain us more life. Ashiok to gain more life. Minus the Ashiok to mill them out, take out their graveyard in case they have anything else. They have how many cards left in their graveyard now? I think they have like 3 or 4. There's an Artist's Talent, casting a Treasure Cruise. They're literally just killing themselves because they know they can't beat us now. And they go out on their own terms. Full respect to your opponent. Good game. To this opponent, thank you for this. Okay, so super slow hand here, but we're going to keep it. And yes, this is an interesting match. Our opponent plays Elvish Mystic, so I'm thinking this could be Angels. So we'll play slow and play this tapped. But I do get shocked out with an Archon of Emeria. So this is actually the green-white taxes list, which is a really cool deck. Right, we go down to 17. So we'll play a land tapped. We'll play an Ancient Cornucopia. And they flash in an Aven Interrupter. And yeah, so this is a case of us not reading a card and our opponent also not paying attention. So we play for 2 the Ancient Cornucopia. Then we play a land tapped, pass it back. End step, they go for a Skyclave Apparition. We respond with a Rakshas's Bargain to gain a bit of life and stabilize. We find Bring to Light and Niv Mizzet Supreme. So let's do this because we can put down Supreme with a Hexproof for monocolored. Opponent attacks in, puts us down to 9. We play Supreme because it's pretty much uncounterable here. Unblockable, sorry. We'll play this tapped. And now let's see if our opponent goes in. Again, Supreme has been coming through recently in recent matchups. It struggles against Mono Black because they run so many Edict effects, because Mono Black is overpowered. But against fair decks that aren't busted, it's actually really solid. Right, they pump for damage, so we'll block the Archon of Emeria. And this is where I feel so bad for our opponents. So we play this land. I play the wrong land here. I go for Bring to Light. I grab the Deafening Clarion. Here's the problem. Our opponent concedes, but I couldn't afford it because I played the wrong land. Like, our opponent literally gave us that game. Like, it was purely them conceding way too early. Like, it's also a case of me not reading the card. I should have played the Verge, had that untapped and had 2 mana. Yeah, if I played optimal, but I misplayed and my opponent saw a board wipe and gave up, not realizing that, you know, I would say play to your outs. I'm guessing the hand was terrible, but wow. Like, I feel like you definitely... yeah, thank you, opponents, for... I'm guessing just not reading your card like I didn't read your card, which made me feel way better. Okay, this hand is slow but decent. So, Llanowar Elves is coming down, so we're definitely going to see a turn 2 hate piece. And they play an Archon of Emeria, which is pretty good. So, play a tap land because it's going to come in tapped anyway. We can play a Leyline Binding here. Anointed Priestkeeper's pretty annoying. It will probably name a Leyline Binding, which will make it so that we'd have to... We can't actually cast the Leyline Bind. We could actually if we play the Stomping Ground tapped. No, because it would be 3 mana, so it wouldn't be enough. Either way here, we can't play a card. Archon is such a good card. Right, Leyline Binding puts us down to 17. We'll play a tap land here. Now let's see what they go for. This could be a company deck. They attack in, puts us down to 11. We will play a land tapped. We can then hold up a Leyline Binding as required. Right, they go in, Leyline Binding. There's a Werefox Bodyguard. So I think they misplayed here, or they played the wrong card. So we exile the Archon, and then we play a land, we bring to light, and we grab the border, and they concede. Yeah, I think they misplayed twice here. Very unfortunate. Alright, last one for this video with this list. We're going to probably alternate between multiple lists for fun to just see how it goes, because I'm enjoying playing, basically I'm just enjoying playing different cards. We see a Spikefield Hazard here. Okay, we got Izzet again, there's a Steel Cutter. We unfortunately don't have a way to deal with that, so we will just grab with the Beanstalk. So consider dropping towards the tower. Is this potentially just Izzet Prowess? So let's go Maelstrom Pulse.
Oh, he dead.
We're going to say that because that's basically a creature. They don't have another land drop. What is with Izzet players going down on lands recently? Like, it has been insane how low I've seen Izzet land decks go. Izzet land decks. Izzet Phoenix mana bit. Yeah. Blah. Can't talk. Right, let's just Helix them to test the waters. They do have some kind of instant speed thing here. Well, we have two Bring to Light, so let's Bring to Light, Beanstalk, draw. They go for the Spell Pierce, which is fine because we still replace it. They just opt again. We draw a card. And again, here comes the Treasure Cruise. You can see them highlighted in the graveyard. Okay, you draw 3. There's a Consider. I'm still not seeing... Okay, there's a land. They only have red mana open now, so let's just grab Bring to Light here. Draw a card. And they concede. Okay. We were probably going to grab Supreme there. Again, this is the last match with the different sideboard. The sideboard in the list is different because 100% Deafening Silence is just 100% better in this scenario. Clarion out is a bit risky because here's the issue. With the tokens now and the Phoenix, there's literally nothing we kind of want to kill with Clarion. The life gain is great. We've gone down one cornucopia because these decks have now been running the what's it called? They have now been running the Prismari command thing. Alright, Spell Pierce our Beanstalk, so they think that they're good here. So they go Steel Cutter, consider, make a token. Right, we can't let that Steel Cutter live around for a turn, so right, that's gone. Shock in, play an Artist Talent, hits us for 2. Play a land, and then we'll play Edgar as a blocker. They drop a Phoenix into the bin, mill a VV. So this might be one, like my friend was saying, where they've put so much stuff in that's just not on the same level as the other stuff that it could slow it down a lot. Okay. They go with Treasure Cruise again. Activating Steel Cutter, drawing 3, discarding a Lightning Axe, which is interesting. Play land tapped. They did not cast their 3rd spell. Why? Oh, right, yeah. I see. They have a Spikefield Hazard, which sadly does take out our Edgar. Okay, so this... Oh, this is a beautiful... Right, shock in. Culling Ritual.
Try again.
Get enough mana to then cast an Unmoored Ego and take out the Arclight Phoenix. So we look here. There's only 2 free... Yep. Again... This deck is even thinking, if they don't have a 3rd Steel Cutter here, I don't think they can actually beat us. Like, they can beat down with 1/1 fairies. We are on 9 here, but between a bargain. So I'm going to play this tapped. I'm going to pass back and hold up a bargain because we've got to make sure there's nothing too crazy here. Treasure Cruise. Again, the Piccolo Prankster is so much less threatening when they're literally just using this. So we will... Rakshas's Bargain, see if this wants to tempt. Oh, that's insane. So, Supreme again is absolute insanity. So they're going to hold up negates here to try and slow us down. But if we resolve Supreme, then negates are pointless because any spell that we can... Ah, they do have a Hall of the Storm Giant. Right. In that case, we're going to reload.
Reload!
Good top deck for us. 2 cards. Life gain is good on 1. But to do this, they have to tap out here. They put their third steel cutter in the graveyard, so they are all in on the Hall of the Storm Giants here. If they have a bounce spell, nope, they're going in. Okay, we can't not block the Storm Giants. Nope, we would still die, so block Storm Giant, pass back. They only have 1 blue mana, so we can Ancient Cornucopia, because this gains life and gives us other stuff. So then we can Helix.
Oh, he did.
Gain us 5 life, so we're on 11. They will opt in their end step. Right, let's see what their plan is here. Are they going for the Hall? I believe they got rid of all their steel cutters now because there was only so many left. They're going for another Treasure Cruise draw here. Draw 3. Oh no, they did have another steel cutter. So they're attacking him for 1 here. So in the end step, we are going to Vanishing Verse. Tempt out the negate. There's the negate. Right, so we're just going to play the Supreme here, gain 5 life. Again, this, provided this resolves, yeah, I don't think they can I need to probably come up with something for Supreme now. Now we have Culling Ritual, we have another Bring to Light, we have double Vanishing Verse. There is a myriad of stuff here that just saves us. They had a Brazen Borrower there that could bounce the Cornucopia, but it can't bounce the... Right, they play an Artist Talent. And they concede. Yeah, Supreme doing work. Gotta love it. Okay.